What is up, my dark horse friends and family? So, well, I'm in the wrong spot here. What is up, my dark horse friends and family? Here's a quick question for you. When was the last time you told your kids? Let me correct that. What was the last dream? Let me move my camera here so I can see a little bit better. What was the last dream that you told your kids to get out there and chase? Well, and here's why I'm asking. I'm asking because they're not just watching. Well, let me say, how do I want to put this without pulling punches? I don't want to pull any punches here because you're my dark horse friends and family. They're watching you. And so if you're telling them to chase your dreams, to chase their dreams, and you're not chasing yours, guess what? They're watching you not chase yours. So, for those of you that don't know, and you can read it right down there, I'm Tracy Brinkmann, the humble host of the Dark Horse Entrepreneur podcast. And if you're joining me, I like to help parent entrepreneurs stop hiding their dreams in a minivan and start build legacies that their kids can see, legacies that they'll end up chasing. Listen, I get it between soccer practice and for me cheer practice and house cleaning and laundry and lawn care and homework help and trying to keep all those tiny humans alive, the thought of building a business, it's like adding jet fuel to an already blazing fire, right? Okay, so but here's what no one is talking about. Your kids aren't just watching what you do with your time, they're learning from you what it is to do with their dreams. And that's exactly what I want to have a little conversation with you about right now. Because while you're worried about being responsible, your kids are taking notes on how you are adulting, right? Because let's be honest, you are their key role model. So they're also taking notes on how you handle your biggest dreams. So I want to talk about three quick things right here, which is the mirror effect, some hidden opportunities, and what we'll call the legacy factor. So let me share something that happened not too long ago, and it kind of stopped me in my tracks. One of my dark horse parents sent me a video of her 6-year-old daughter playing Office. But here's the thing, the little girl wasn't just playing with a pretend and taking phone calls. Hello, yes, come no, let me pass this over. No, she had set up her stuffed animals in what she called a strategy meeting and was telling them that they needed to pivot their approach to increase their return on investment. Right? Now, we can laugh at this, but here's a powerful truth I want you to remember. That little girl wasn't mimicking what her mom told her about business. She was mirroring exactly what she had seen her mom do in her business. Think about that for a second. Your kids, I don't care how big they aren't just hearing your words, ladies and gentlemen. They're following your dreams. They're not just hearing your words about following your dreams. They're watching how carefully or not so carefully you're handling your dreams. When you push through a challenge, they're learning about resilience. When you take calculated risks, well, they're learning about developing courage. And yes, when you put your dreams up on the shelf, press the hold button, well, they're learning to do that too. Now, let's be honest, this isn't just about building a business anymore. If you think about it that way, it's about developing this entrepreneurial mindset that your kids will carry with them from this day forward for the rest of their life. And in 20 years, they may look back and have a different viewpoint depending on how you act. Because trust me, they're not going to remember what you said about chasing dreams, but they are going to remember what it is you did with your dreams. Now, let's I think this might be where it gets a little bit interesting. And do me a favor and go ahead and lean in on this one for me, right? Just kind of lean in here with me, okay? Those daily parenting moments that you think might be keeping you from your business, I think, and I've mentioned this a couple of times in my recent podcast episodes, I think these are your secret advantage. Let me show you what I mean. You know that homework time that you feel is stealing away from your productivity hours? Mm-mm. This is actually your perfect parallel productivity window. Yeah, well, you can both be productive, you and the kids. So while your kids are there learning math, you're showing them what real world problem solving looks like by working alongside them. While they're doing their reading, you're demonstrating focused work time. You're not just supervising homework when you do this, you're now starting to run a two-person productivity masterclass. Yeah, you see, a simple mindset shift and everything changes. And what about those car rides to football practice or soccer practice, or in my case, it was cheer practice? Well, that's not really just driving time. Let's turn that into your mobile university. Pop in those AirPods, listen to that business podcast, The Dark Horse Entrepreneur, for example. Take notes at red lights only. And guess what? Your kids are watching you turn dead time into development time. Heck, here's another thing. As long as that podcast is little ear appropriate, let them listen to it too. You, my friend, might be surprised at the questions they ask. Yeah. Now, this, I think this is an education you just can't buy because while other kids are learning about business from textbooks, your kids, well, they're getting a front row seat to what it takes to actually build something, perhaps from scratch. You're probably building from scratch like I did. And now they're not, again, they're not just watching you chase your dreams. They're learning the exact blueprint that you are using on how to actually make it happen. Now, my dark horse friends and family, shifting my chair here a little bit because I always get wound up with these things because this is where it's going to get real. When you're building a business as a parent, you're not just creating a revenue stream, you're creating a legacy in real time. That's what I mean. Your kids aren't going to remember the spreadsheet you made. They're not going to remember the emails that you sent, but here's what they will never forget. They will never forget they saw you land your first client. They'll never forget this the day they saw how you handled that setback. And they're never going to forget when they saw that look on your face when you made that first high ticket sale. Yeah? And they'll be just as excited as you are, if not more. All right, see, and here's the thing: we always hear about work smarter, not harder. This isn't about working harder, and it's certainly not even about working smarter. It's about working braver. Every time that you face a challenge and every time you push right through it, you're showing your kids that obstacles are just opportunities in disguise. When they see you studying after they go to bed, or maybe even after you go to bed, you're teaching them that growth doesn't stop at graduation or even when the sun goes down. And here's another one. This one gives me chills. Oh, I actually just got goosebumps thinking about it. 20 years from now, and I started to allude to this earlier, 20 years from now, when your kids face their own dreams, if you do this, they won't wonder if it's possible. They won't have to search YouTube for inspiration. They won't have to scroll through TikTok to be motivated. They'll just remember watching you right now in this moment, in this season, choosing to bet on yourself despite all the reasons out there that others are betting against you. Yeah. Okay. Now, because I always like to give a little bit of tactical, we're going to get tactical right now because I know you're ready for some action. You're ready, right? You're ready for some action tips. All right. Well, let me double check things here on the screen. Make sure I'm not missing anybody asking a question. Nope. Everyone's good. Got it. Okay, so I want to introduce you to what I'll call legacy minutes. And this is where I think everything kind of changes a little bit. And here's how it works. Instead of hiding your business activities from your kids, start them inside of it in small intentional ways. Take those 15 minutes pockets of time and turn them into legacy building moments. If you don't know what I mean about 15 minutes pockets of time, go listen to episode 491 I just put out there on the Dark Horse Entrepreneur podcast. I talk all about that. So here's three simple ways you can do this. First, you can narrate your wins, even those little bitty ones. You see, maybe it's you get a new subscriber, celebrate it and celebrate it with them. Did you land a new client? Go over and ring the bell together. You don't have a bell? Then buy a damn bell and then ring it with them, right? Let them see what progress really looks like. Let them see the rewards that come with winning. They're gonna see it when you lose. So let them see what you when it wins. All right. And then second, let them be a part of the process. Do you need to brainstorm something? Ask their opinion. You need someone to take some photos for social media? Hand them the phone. Let them be your creative director. And if you don't want to hand them the phone, ask them about some shot ideas. You'll be amazed at the ideas that kids will come up with when you just give them a seat at the table. Yeah. And then third, and this one's a game changer, this is what I call parallel passion time. When they're working on their projects for school, for extracurricular activities, for whatever it might be, church maybe, work on yours right alongside them. Just pull up a chair right next to them, right? You're probably going to be there anyway, helping them, answering questions, handing them tools, whatever it might be. Show them that mom and dad, they are not just talking about their dreams, that me, mom and dad are actively building them right there, right next to them, right now. Yeah? Okay. Now, yeah, yeah, and you always hear me call you my dark horse friends and family. I hope that doesn't bother you. But here's where we get real with each other. All right. I want you to go ahead and drop a heart down in the comments if you've ever hidden in the bathroom or a closet or the back deck. You walked out to the garage just to take a business call. Come on. You know who you are. I've seen you put that phone on mute while you were sitting on the edge of the bathtub trying to have a conversation, right? You know what I'm talking about. So, if you're ready to stop hiding your entrepreneurial dreams and start showing your kids what's really possible, I think you're going to need the Dark Horse Insider newsletter. And if you want it, go ahead and drop newsletter down in the comments, and I'll personally send you the link that you can I'll personally send you the link that you can use to get signed up because your kids, I believe, deserve to see what happens when you bet on yourself. And you know what's amazing? Every heart that you're going to see down below, and hopefully you'll see at least one, maybe I get some interaction. Every heart you see down below is really represents a moment where someone, maybe you, maybe me, just like you, thought that they had to hide their side hustle from their kids, or they were afraid to show it to their kids. But what if, stay with me here, what if those moments became the best teaching opportunities that you had to share with your kids? So stop feeling guilty about working on your damn dream, about working on your damn business. Drop a wavy emoji, right? If you've ever felt guilty about working on your business. Because listen up, my dark horse friends and family, here's what I need you to take away from this today. Your entrepreneurial journey isn't about building a business. No, that's a piece of it. I think that's a tactic. It's about building a legacy that your kids can see, that your kids can feel, and your kids will definitely learn from every single day. So stop hiding your dreams in the margins of your life. Your kids deserve to see what happens when you bet on yourself. And if you're ready to turn those hidden moments into legacy building opportunities, like I mentioned earlier, go ahead and drop newsletter down in the comments, and I'll send you that link so you can get a copy of the Dark Horse Insider Digital Marketing Newsletter. You can get those weekly strategies designed for driven dark horse parent entrepreneurs just like you. And oh, little secret, okay? They work for non-parents too. Just don't tell anybody, okay? So until next time, this is your humble host, Tracy Brinkmann, reminding you to think successfully and take action.